Hey everyone, my name is Hexberry. Need for Speed Unbound is back with its Volume 2 update, and my expectations were exceeded with the real and true patch notes compared to my previous video. One new feature that I will be going over today is the 2021 Mercedes Maybach S680. Now, before they actually revealed what this car was, I was skeptical about what they really meant by the fastest leather armchair when they first teased the car. But I am pretty happy we got some big boaty luxury coming to the game. So in today's video I will be customizing and driving around in the Mercedes Maybach S600, and I will give my final thoughts on the car near the end of the video. But before I start, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy racing games and other car content. Also be sure to stay tuned to my channel to see some POV driving videos in the near future. Let's get started. If you're familiar with my past Need for Speed Unbound videos, you'll know that I start with the appearance customization, and that's exactly what we will do in this video. I wanted to go with a nautical themed paint job, so I went with a two-tone design that mimicked the original Maybach design with a deep blue on the top and a basic white on the bottom. I'll leave in the original design I had with the cream color on the bottom, but I ended up changing it to white. Keep in mind that this design is available in the community wraps for you to use. After I finished up the wrap, I took a look at all the visual customization options, but again decided to keep everything stock while slightly modifying the wheel color for a more chrome look. And I also changed the tires to the Toyo Tires Proxy Sport model. I would go for different tire models if they didn't change the width at which the wheels extended out from the car. Moving to the performance upgrades, I actually wanted to make this thing a slow, boaty luxury cruiser for B-Class. So in order to do that, I took out the stock V12 engine and threw in a 7-liter V8, which dropped it into the low to mid B-Class tier. From there, I had to mess around with the parts to find what could get me to the maximum B class level, which is 149. Currently in the car is the Sport Tier induction, the stock ECU, Sport Tier fuel system, and the Sport Tier exhaust. I left it naturally aspirated, and the nitrous is stock as well, which leaves it at the Sport Tier. For the chassis upgrades, I did the Elite road suspension, left the stock brakes in, and installed the Elite grip tires. Drivetrain upgrades are lacking, with the stock clutch being left on the Super Tier. I left the stock 8-speed Elite Tier transmission, but upgraded the differential to the Elite Tier. For the handling sliders, the grip slider is set to 95% grip. If you do go for 100% grip, the car will shift up to A tier at level 160. Steering sensitivity is left at neutral and the downforce is at its highest. Traction control and drift entry are off. Now getting to the driving aspect of this car, which is very not that good. The car is pure luxury the way I tuned it, so you won't be getting anywhere in a short amount of time, especially compared to other B-class cars. Off the line, it feels heavy and just has no motivation to get to where you want it to be performance-wise, but turning somehow feels light and peppy, if that makes any sense. Maybe if I went with less grip, it would properly feel like a sliding big boatmobile, but that would just be done in my free time. The top speed of the car is supposed to be 166 miles an hour, which seems like one of the fastest B cars on paper, but you'll only reach that speed in about 5 to 7 business days. What this car is meant to be is just a luxury cruiser if you tune it how I did. Now most people will throw the W16 inside and make a lot more power, but you will still have the weight of this behemoth dragging you down to the back of the race. Now this is the most modern luxury yacht they could have added to the game, but please Criterion, add the 1978 Lincoln Continental Mark V, I beg you. Well, that's about it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and it feels good to have actual content to play on Need for Speed Unbound again. If you want to see more content like this, hit the like button and subscribe so I can afford a nice car in the future. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, the links will be in the description. Thanks for watching, see ya. Outro, 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 outro. I think this will be my new outro. This new beat is pretty funky. I'm sorry, Slans. Please subscribe so I can buy a cooler car that is not boring. I'd appreciate it if you did that. Share with your friends. You won't fail the cringe test with Hexaberry's racing content. Subscribe.